Welcome back to the Triforce podcast, the first one for Christmas.
Just play this
second
one.
one for Christmas. So welcome back, everyone. That's it. We're doing it. It's Triforce
It's live,
guys.
Yeah, it's live.
So normally when we record Triforce, it's early in the morning for all of us, right?
It feels
10
early in the
10
morning right
a.m..
now, though.
Yeah, I guess that's early these days. I mean, it's pretty late, really. I will have already been up for 3 hours by the time we start.
I struggle to get there on time.
I've noticed.
Pyrion started setting his alarm for 10:05 or
10 past 10, because I
10
figure it never
past
starts
10.
at 10.
So wait, what do? Do you go home and have a nap before? Like after? Because it's a Thursday, right?
It's
you
a
take
Thursday.
You take your kids to school, come home.
Kids to school, come home. I sit around for an hour waiting for Lewis to message
Right.
and say, can't make it today, lads, I have to get a coffee. And then I think, oh, we are doing it. I just check. 9 a.m. WhatsApp. Are we on for Triforce today?
We've done it consistently for months now, and you're
I know.
still surprised every day.
I am.
And you disturbed the Triforce podcast last week with an alarm. I was very offended.
I don't know
That was
why.
an offensive alarm.
It just goes do or something, some alarm. Do Triforce podcast.
It's interrupting the professionalism of the Triforce
Yeah.
podcast.
I
I don't get
haven't-
that. David Attenborough would not fucking rock up to record it. By the way, I heard that he does record locally at the studios. I heard this week. And he says,
He's on location.
He
I
wants
just watched Dynasties,
pint.
and he's like, unless that's a really good green screen, he is there, standing in front of a Jeep.
The
every
voiceover
time.
surely
no, but
is on
the
location
voiceover
as well.
He doesn't do the voiceover
Yeah,
on
he
the
does.
spot.
He's on the savannah. They just have a
yeah.
boom mic, and he just says, "I'm literally here on the Serengeti."
Yeah.
You know, the classic Attenborough line.
But he always makes you feel bad, though, right? Because he's always like, he always has some comment about how humans are so terrible and like treating these animals.
He
badly
said he
and
was
stuff.
he was reining that back in.
Did he?
Said, yeah, he said the problem is like the one of the most powerful episodes from the Blue Planet 2 series was when they showed like a fucking turtle fighting with a carrier bag, right? Like, it's not a great look for the ocean and for plastic and stuff. So he was like, it was an important message, but you can't have a documentary that people watch where you're literally going, here's a zebra. And by the way, it's now going to be killed and eaten by this poacher, you know, and then its balls are going to be sold to China. So he was like, we can't just do that.
It's political correctness gone mad.
No, I think he's
We
just
can't
saying,
represent
He's
that
just saying
carrier
it's
bag
smudge.
that bad. That carrier
Yeah.
bag has got as much respect for us as the turtle. We should treat it equally.
This is a good point.
So David Attenborough rocks up at the studio in Bristol, and he has a pint of milk,
Okay.
a full pint of whole milk.
That's
Cow's milk.
for the throaty,
Right.
growly.
Exactly. It is.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is. It's to get him all soft. And he goes in there and he apparently does the whole thing in one take in like an hour. They're like,
He
what, say this,
freestyles
and he
it,
does it in one take. Say this. He's like the most professional guy ever.
What
Like,
a
doesn't
fucking
do retakes.
absolute boy.
Doesn't
Yeah.
Big
doesn't do
fan.
nothing. And he's like 90-something years old.
He's a
as well.
national treasure,
He
that
is.
guy.
He is the definition of a national treasure.
Yeah.
isn't he? Like, if you had to say what's a national treasure, you say, well, like David Attenborough. I
Yeah.
mean, you never hear anyone saying, "Oh, David Attenborough."
David
a piece
Attenborough.
of shit.
I guess he's a bit like Bruce Forsyth in the sense that he probably won't retire. He'll just pass away
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the middle of filming a documentary, and
Exactly.
it'll be pretty sad. But
He'll be like, fucking, I'm here in the Serengeti again.
and
Oh, quickly,
something's not right.
pass me that glass of whole milk.
God,
I just need some more milk and I'll get through it.
Poor Dave.
I'm here in A&E. Where I've just suffered crippling heart attack.
Mild stroke.
I'm here on my deathbed.
What you
reporting
can't
to
see, minuscule MRSA bugs crawling through my body, destroying everything. Poor DA.
Poor fucking DA. Yeah, poor
DA.
Poor DA.
Why is he called that?
Well, Darkwing Duck was called DD, and what was that? DW. Who was DW?
W.
No, DW was another duck that they called him. They called him DW, but I can't remember what duck it was now. Let me just get on.
How many
to
ducks
Google
were
here.
there?
A lot of ducks. You got your Daffy, you got your Scrooge McDuck, you got your Darkwing Duck.
Who
you
are
got
they?
your
Dave Wellington. No, it's not. It's not Dave Wellington.
Dave Wellington, yeah. the
That was
duck.
my personal trainer. Yeah.
D
Dave Wellington.
DW Duck.
He
I'm
was,
sure they called
Called
it
him a right bad thing.
Darkwing Duck. Oh wait, maybe that's. Oh yeah, Darkwing Duck. They called him DW because of Dark Wing and not DD. Darkwing Duck.
That makes
it
sense.
Should have been DD, but yeah, no, it's DW.
His real name's Drake Mallard.
Darkwing Duck.
What a great
Well, look,
name.
now I've got a new house. Is a quite sort of Arthur Morgan-ish looking ranch.
For those of you who are listening to
yeah.
the podcast,
that
we're
looks
doing
nice,
this live, and
I would do a podcast
Steve
from
has
there.
set us up with backgrounds reminiscent of our actual, normal sort of surroundings. Because it's a bit strange not having your comfy, natural surroundings. You know, the dad garage.
Live and direct from the old west.
So what's your like routine for normal Triforce podcast recording? Right? Do you have a cup? Do you have a cup of tea with you? Do you have like
No.
anything supplied?
You know what? I was talking to my wife about this the other day, and she was like, "Oh, I cleaned your keyboard the other day." And I was like, "Oh my god, really?" She's like, "Yeah, no, it wasn't too bad." And I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I guess it wouldn't be because I'd never eat food near my computer.
Right.
I used to always when it was in the house, but now it's in the. I never take food out there, so I don't have like any grimy hands
That's a good point.
to befoul my computer keyboard with. So it's pretty clean.
Holy
Spotless.
shit! Well, that's not what we expected from that.
No, I
story
know.
at all.
Yeah,
I
'cause,
get a
like,
big glass of water and that's it. That's all I have. Big glass of water.
Not a pint of milk.
No.
You get those like I remember when I used to play WoW and I used to eat Cheetos at my keyboard.
You were the literal Cheeto fingers.
and I had like
With
those
the-
congealed horseshoe shapes of like Cheeto cheese.
That was
like,
actually
on
you.
each
You were one
key.
of those guys.
No, not really.
Oh.
But
I'm here in Sips's garage, looking at all of the tiny animals crawling across his keyboard.
yeah.
There's a cheetah on the side of a pack of cheetahs.
shaped bit of congealed Cheeto cheese.
There is a tiger on the side of this box of Frosties.
The
Cheetos.
Tony Tigers are a dying breed. Did you know Tony Tiger? There was a lot of furries went mad for Tony Tiger. I was reading about this, and he became like their thing. So they'd sort of tweet at him all these kind of vile fantasies about what they wanted Tony Tiger to do to them, and the Frosties people were not down with this. But the Cheeto cheetah was cool with it, and he was sort of like. It was a whole back and forth between the
Tony the
Twitters
Tiger,
as well.
I had a dream last night that I shit all over your chest and then I had sex with you in your mouth and
Exactly. That's
you write
literally
these
what it was.
yeah,
I
it was,
noticed
that
a
was
lot
that was
coming
at the
from your
forefront
account.
of that movement, yeah.
Holy shit! All these fucking other stuff as well. Like there's what about Coco Monkey, the Coco Pops character? I mean, Jesus, was anyone into him? He's like a
Nah,
ottery
he's
kind of.
too fucking annoying.
He's too similar to a human being
He's
for
way
furries,
too
isn't
annoying.
it? I mean, he's like
I see.
we share too much DNA.
So a furry wouldn't want to be
I
like a
assume.
gorilla.
I've never seen monkeys.
or a
It all seems to be
monkey 'cause they're
wolves
too
and
close?
shit, doesn't it?
It's always
Yeah.
wolves, yeah.
It's always wolves because you got to have that little furry tail. A monkey's tail is kind of prehensile and a bit creepy. I've never seen a furry dressed as a monkey. I'll be
No,
honest with you. I
they,
always
they
thought
tend
that'd
to
be a-
dress up as birds or foxes, in my
Yeah.
experience.
And
Birds-
cats is a big one.
Cats, yeah.
Yeah, and like,
Cats.
like grooming themselves and stuff. I've seen that.
But their costumes are always very sort of big and elaborate.
They're always very clean,
You'd imagine they're like probably sweaty,
very well turned out.
sweaty in there for like sexual reasons, but also it's probably just really hot.
They
in
wear
there for you.
nappies.
Yeah.
And when you're walking around wearing a nappy, they call it crinkling, which is because the crinkly noise the nappies make. I watched a video about it.
Crinkling.
Crinkling.
Is that like a ASMR thing, like the
Let's
the,
not
di- the
go
diaper
there.
crinkler?
So they try and normalize things that aren't really
No, they just
super
have.
normal.
They just. I don't think they're normalizing it. That's why they have conventions where
But
they.
that's
they
what it
can
is,
go.
though, isn't it? It's like doing something like wearing a nappy. Like it's like taking it to. It's like okay. It's just taking it one step too far, isn't it? Don't you know what I mean? Like
a fetish.
I'm
It's
okay
a
with the
sexual
fursuits,
fetish, isn't it?
but I'm not really okay with them wearing nappies in the fursuits. Well, that's
It's
another.
gross. It's all gross.
another level
Yeah,
of
yeah.
disgusting, and it's too much for me. I
How
think.
dark?
Like,
How deep down the well can they dive?
I mean,
That's
how much worse can it be? You know, like
what
are they-
furrydom?
Yeah, like I mean, already like wearing a nappy in a fursuit is already to me like getting into a multiple. It's crossing over into like that baby fetish, you know, where you're like dressing up as a baby.
and poop in your pants.
Yeah,
and stuff.
poop in-
I feel like once you've gone down that road, the road that they've gone
Everything's
down,
game.
it's just who cares? You've already committed
It's just
to a
an
lifestyle.
open meadow.
Yeah, it's
of,
literally
of
anything
frolicking.
goes, and everybody else is like, "Yay!" It's terrible.
But the internet-
the wild animals here
Can
are
you
in
imagine
fact
if David Attenborough's there?
people dressed up as animals.
Fucking furry runs past him. I quit. 80 years in broadcasting, I'm out.
I mean, I don't have a problem with people who just want to wear costumes and stuff and go to conventions and whatever. But if they're wearing diapers under there and pooping and like getting boners because they're doing that, I draw the line at that point.
Yeah,
That's where
it's
I draw
too
the
much. I mean, I don't want to hear diapers, pooping, and boners in the same sentence, and
No.
I feel like it's too far. It's just too much.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, I think when you go for a poop, your body is saying, let's get rid of this. It's no good. We don't need it anymore. And your brain sort of says, "Yep, I agree." There's nothing sexual
It's
about
a
this
full.
waste.
It's a full consensus from the whole body.
The whole body decides
Everyone's been
together.
consulted. The brain.
Yeah.
Everyone's
The
on board.
anus.
Everyone's on board. with
no
it.
one is disagreeing with that.
Veto, nothing. We're getting rid of this waste. We're not going to get horny because of this waste or anything. We're just getting rid of it, and that's that.
No, the dick has been contacted. He's like, I'm
the
not
dick
interested.
is like, you
I'm
know
fine
what?
with
I've got
this.
no investment in
Not
that,
our department.
that whatsoever.
We're out.
Get
It's
rid.
very close to our department.
It's
but in
close.
fact,
Yeah,
if it's
we
brown,
share the same building,
flush it
but we have
down.
no contact on
Yeah.
a daily basis.
yeah, we don't agree with what those guys are doing on the other side.
Sometimes we do our work at the same time. It's related, but it's not attacked.
It's mutually
you know,
beneficial.
It can happen
It's
separately.
like having computer geeks in the same building. You know, they help fix our PCs, but we don't let them anywhere near the content.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
they're not allowed anywhere near the YouTube channel.
So, do you guys watch any ASMR, or have you ever?
Only
watched any?
unintentionally.
Unintentionally, okay. Do we know if there's any ASMR that revolves around like an adult wearing a crinkly diaper,
I'm sure there is.
Crinkly.
and the sound of the crinkling
100%.
it triggers your ASMR?
So I'm going to Google. I'm going to
thing.
look for ASMR and nappies.
Can you not do that?
Shut it down.
I don't know
Sam.
whose computer this is.
Sam.
Well,
Shut it
fortunately,
down.
the second biggest stream on Twitch right now just so happens to be that exact.
ASMR.
Poop, Mr.
right.
Poopy Diaper 69.
Oh my god! Oh no! It's got 150,000 views. Mommy roleplay, babied before bed, personal attention, diaper crinkles, hair brushing,
100?
ASMR changing your diaper, ASMR changing your diaper. Fucking
I don't-
get a grip!
I don't know.
Stop!
Yeah, stop doing
Oh
that.
God, what's wrong with people? Oh wait, Cat's got a video down here with diapers.
Be careful.
He has.
Thanks.
He hasn't.
He hasn't.
He does. It's not the crinkling of the diaper for his though. It's the sound of his tongue licking the inside of the diaper.
Oh, Sid.
What? What?
Oh,
What? That would work for some people, I'm sure. No.
yeah. Well, Jesus.
Right. Ruined
Be
this.
digging.
Day.
In the,
You guys want to
oh.
restart? Get the music back on.
Let's
Ready?
go. Take two.
Okay, here we go. Welcome back to the Triforce pod. Can you guys hear that? I guess you can't. You have to do it on yours.
I know how it goes. I've heard it enough times.
Sounds
That one-
just like.
I know how it goes.
Let's have a
Right.
reboot. Okay, new conversation topic.
Oh, let's take a topic from chat.
Oh yeah, okay, chat. Hit us with the topic. No diapers, pooping, boners from pooping, no ASMR. We've covered it all already, so it has to be something new. Warhammer? Anybody? No.
No.
I give literally minus 10 fucks about Warhammer.
Minus 10.
BlizzCon.
Did
None
you
of
go
us
to
went to.
BlizzCon?
No, I didn't go.
Oh, I didn't go this year. No.
It was a bit of a mess this year. I'm glad I didn't actually.
You're
Stacey.
listing regular
We've-
topics.
we've
We
done
need
all of
fresh
these things.
material.
We need
hentai.
brand new stuff.
Yeah, we need some brand. Somebody hit us
Wow.
with something that's just gonna blow us away.
Yeah,
Dark Voids.
that's
So
what I'm thinking
I
about
noticed that
ASMR.
neither of you are wearing an ugly Christmas jumper. Why is that?
It's back at the hotel. I
Okay,
didn't want to
you
waste.
have got one.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste
I've
it.
got like 3. I bought all Christmas jumpers.
So you've got 3 to go?
Yeah, yeah.
Because you're here all week.
Yeah, so I figured let's stagger it.
them.
You know, yeah.
Okay. I've got loads of spare ones, man.
That's
Like,
all right.
I might
Sorry.
borrow. I detest going outside, so I didn't prepare at all. I didn't get anything.
So it's not that you have a aversion to ugly Christmas jumpers. You're
No,
cool
I
with
just,
wearing a
like,
Christmas jumper.
I'll wear anything. I don't mind, but I
Also,
just don't
mine
wanna go
is
and
not
get it.
ugly. I have a really, really good one.
I need a haircut. I haven't had a haircut in a while.
We can
Probably
sort
shave
you out.
more. I
We
haven't.
can look after you.
I'm just. You know. I'm
You're a
letting go.
hard-working dad.
I'm letting go. I'm just. Complacent.
You're
very
streaming like
complacent.
12 hours a day. What can you do? It's like, you haven't got time to go and get a
true, yeah.
haircut. It's tough.
It's
like,
true. Yeah. There's no time to get a haircut.
You could practice last hitting in Dota. That's something you could do.
I could do. Yeah.
That would improve all of our games if
we should
we
just
got better
we
at
should
last
just
hitting.
send
Better at last
someone. You
hitting
should
in
have
Dota.
someone come round and haircut you live. Do you know what I mean?
That
And
would
like
be
groom,
something else, yeah.
like give you a shave and stuff.
Now that would be something we could talk about. The awkward conversations that you have with your barber.
Oh
Because
my God,
they're always
so
super awkward, aren't they?
Small talk.
Yeah.
You're from different worlds.
They start off I think that barbers and hairdressers
so you
are,
going anywhere nice on holiday?
yeah, well that's what they say, and then you're like, yeah, I went to Africa, and they're like, you never guess where I went, and then you have to listen about their fucking vacation for
to Mallorca.
however long it takes for you to get your
So we
hair
got
cut.
really drunk.
And you're like, well, I went somewhere better than that, actually. Let's talk about that. But no, you have to talk about their stupid vacation.
Surely they'd be telling everyone about their stupid vacation, right? And
Yeah.
they'd be sick of telling people about this.
No, they're not, though. Like, they're so proud of the fact they went on one vacation. It's like, yeah, okay, what are you, 12? Like, you've been on vacation once in your life? You have to tell everybody about it? Like, I heard the same conversation while I was waiting to get my hair cut, and then I get into the chair. Exact same thing.
It's the same thing.
Fuck.
You were sat there, you're waiting, listening. Why didn't you just tell them I've heard this story? Did you not have any questions
Well,
for them
'cause
about it? Like,
Because I'm not like you with your personal trainer. I don't want to
you don't
rock
wanna,
the boat too
I
much.
see,
Yeah,
you
I don't
want
want
to get in and get that haircut.
So
get
you know,
out.
I just like grin and bear it. You know, just get through it, and I figure, you know, this will be done in like 15 minutes, and then I can just carry on with my life. I don't need to like pick a fight with this person or whatever.
Yeah. So, I mean, when was the last time you went for...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's pick a good topic. Eh?
Well, you can go get a beard trim.
No. what's the
Come
point?
on.
No,
What
I've
about
got
like
clippers.
a manicure or a pedicure?
You could go to like one of those guys that do you like an old fashioned.
They'll do me like a what?
They'll do like the old fashioned thing with.
Oh,
like,
no. I
with
never
the
clean
knife.
shave. I haven't been clean shaven in years.
So, do you ever think about toupees? Because they're the new thing, right?
Toupees.
Can we get some Photoshop work done on P-Flax? to see
let's
what
have a
he
look
would
at some
like with,
hairstyles that I could
If
have.
he wasn't like such an egg.
Let's get some good hairstyles that I could have. If you
Yeah.
need me to pose with my headset off,
I think like people
for a-
would
do
know,
that.
right? But I think you could just own it.
I think you could. I think you would really suit a Billy Ray.
Let me get you some hair.
you know what? I think
I think a Billy Ray would.
I don't
suit
think
you
people
big-
would even notice. It's not like people constantly reference the fact that I've got a big shiny dome egg head.
David Bowie's
just-
hair in lab.
It is a constant streaming egg.
It's a literal
chat.
reference constantly. Yeah, no, look, there's even an egg emote from my channel.
But hang on, let's just think about it. I don't expect you to go like full young person hair. I mean, surely you should have like middle-aged man hair, like, you know, balding a bit.
Why would you do that?
I think you should go from just
Completely
straight to
bald to nearly
bad hair.
bald.
Like, straight to
I think he wears a wig, but who would wear such a wig?
Exactly.
It must be real.
it must be like George Costanza
Yeah, that's
mid-season
right. You got
Seinfeld.
that one. Yeah, that was
You know,
good.
like that's what you
I
need.
like that.
That's a good shout.
Like
That's a good
definitely
shout.
halfway there.
That's a good shout.
It's definitely like it's retreating. The retreat is a full-on retreat.
It's a full on. It's a route.
Why do we talk? What's YouTube Rewind? Why is everybody saying YouTube?
I don't know. I've seen lots of memes about it. I haven't watched it
So
yet. 'cause-
YouTube Rewind is their idea of the greatest hits of YouTube over the last year. So it's almost like imagine, you know, you make a channel trailer. If YouTube made a YouTube trailer,
Right.
it would be like all the cool stuff that's happened, all the funniest, best moments.
Right?
on
Is
YouTube.
it absolutely hilarious?
No, it's trash.
People are
Okay.
saying it's terrible.
But they usually, I think it's bespoke. I don't think it's like clips of stuff that's happened. I think it's like originally made. So they get all the big creators, they pay them about 100 grand each, and they get them to like record some garbage for like 10
Wow.
seconds, and they clip it all together.
That's nuts.
And yeah, so
why aren't I in YouTube Rewind? Good question. Why the fuck am I not in YouTube Rewind? Over the past year, I had some real standout moments.
what
on
did
YouTube.
you? How many uploads did you do in 2018?
0.
Zero. Not
a
single.
single
Not
one.
even on Sips Live.
Oh, on Sips Live, yeah. Well, I guess yeah, on Sips Live. What about when we played what was that game? Kingdom Come Deliverance, and we had the sex scene. That should have been on YouTube Rewind.
Yeah.
Sips reacts to bare tits in a video game.
And is
Sips.
terrified of being banned on Twitch.
See, that could have been in there. No.
Well, I mean, it was not a Twitch rewind, is it? Okay.
Wow,
Not
that
bad.
So what,
I think that
we're
really
looking at
suits you.
here is a kind of if Pyrion was like a
you look
hillbilly,
like a video rental store clerk.
I look like Cilla Black if I was a man. She had that. Oh, but it's the sideburns, I guess. Or is that hair at the back? I've forgotten.
I mean, the sideburns are very ambitious, aren't they? Yeah.
That's not bad. I'm not sure about the ginger. Now you're talking.
No, that's
So what
That's
you now
nice.
look like is Hermione Granger.
Oh, that's what it was. Ron's hair, obviously.
You've gone from one Harry Potter star So Steve has
we've
just crashed
crashed.
the fucking streaming software.
The audio is
Don't
still
worry, the
going,
podcast
apparently.
is still going, guys. We didn't,
Too hot
yeah,
for
yeah.
Twitch.
Too
So
hot.
we just got some photoshops of P-Flax with hair, and I think, honestly, people, I think you could pull off either of those. I think you could own it.
I think if I was going to go for it, I'd go for such a ridiculous wig that people would think, all right, he just doesn't give a fuck. Like
think-
he doesn't care if people know he's wearing a wig or not. I wouldn't try and hide it.
No,
what about,
I think.
what about an Elvis wig? I think you'd suit an Elvis wig.
Maybe.
actually.
I think the only way you could do it is if you had it burned into your scalp so that you couldn't remove it. And you said to people, technically, it is attached to my body. Doesn't that count as hair?
I see. Right. So it's literally sewn on.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be a very healthy.
There we go.
I-
Visual is returned.
I mean, I think like Elvis. You talking just like greasy, like the Fonz kind of
Yeah,
big
like Ross,
80s
like Ross from,
leather jacket,
from
like
Friends
Ross
hair,
Geller. I don't know. Like you've got to be careful. You certainly don't want to wear any hats because the Himmler thing is a big deal. You know, you don't want to be.
Yeah, the Himmler thing, that's just too close for comfort.
Yeah.
It is really
Watch the rewind.
close.
How long is the rewind, chat?
We ain't gonna watch the.
We can't watch a rewind. That's not.
kidding me?
Yeah.
We could watch it, but if it's long and stupid, I don't want to watch it.
If it's like a minute long, we could watch it. If it's,
it's
10
8
minutes,
minutes long.
fuck off.
Jesus.
8 minutes long of what?
Well, you know
Shit.
how much we're worth? 8 minutes.
Yeah,
We're never
come
going to get that time back.
I ain't giving YouTube that kind of free
No,
exposure.
hell no.
That up and coming young
Hell
company.
no.
Well, they are gonna pay us. Let's get it on. Oh no, honestly, like.
Wait, are they going to actually pay us
If
to
they
watch
paid
this?
us, I'd do it, but I ain't gonna watch
No,
it
of course
otherwise.
they're not gonna pay us.
I mean, I love money, so
We love money.
If YouTube donates $100,000 right now, we'll watch it.
BBC trending, YouTube Rewind
Didn't think
2018
so.
becomes the site's second most disliked video. Is it really that bad?
Wait, so which is the most disliked video?
Who are all those people on the front?
It's one of mine, isn't it?
So it didn't include some of the biggest people for a start.
PewDiePie, I'd guess.
PewDiePie wasn't in it. Neither was Logan Paul or Shane Dawson. Are they big deals?
Who's Shane Dawson?
List of YouTubers that should have been in YouTube Rewind. PewDiePie, T-Series, Shane Dawson, KSI, Logan and Jake Paul, Comedy Shorts Gamer, Joe Weller, Colleen Ballinger, Joe Sugg, and Lewis Brindley. And so many more.
Doesn't actually say.
So,
that, does
so
it?
you weren't on there either, Lewis. What the hell? You're like the king of YouTube. Well, at least that's what I told my son anyway.
It's yeah. I don't know. Like it's different audience though, right? This is a whole. It's like. Do you know what I mean? This is like the equivalent of Neighbours or EastEnders,
Right.
Right? Well, we're not interested, but a lot of people like it.
Right.
Okay, we don't have to be involved in this crap. It's a different side of the YouTube. And,
Watch it.
And I don't think we should be mad about people enjoying that crap.
Shitty, terrible things.
A little bit like the furries. Okay, people are welcome to put their nappies on and do the crinkling.
I
on
think
their part.
I'm also welcome to
what-
judge the shit out of them. And
So
say
hang on,
not
it's
a good
the
thing.
second most disliked video. What is the top?
That's what I was saying. What's the
disliked?
most disliked?
Because I
video?
think the Diablo Immortal trailer was up there too, wasn't it?
Baby by Justin Bieber is the most disliked video on YouTube.
So this
No
has
way.
7 million dislikes. The YouTube Rewind thing. It starts off with Will Smith.
Why is Will Smith doing that?
I mean,
Wow. All right, the
I
Justin
feel like
Bieber
Will
one.
Smith is the opposite of YouTube, right? The whole YouTube is about
any
amateur-
of those?
Right.
Do you think any of those YouTubers got to meet Will Smith?
I don't think so. I think they paid Will Smith hundreds of thousands of pounds to be
Yeah.
in the first 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm Will Smith. I've got nothing to do with YouTube, but my son sometimes looks at it on his iPhone.
And I sure do like money.
So
So it's 9.7 million dislikes on Justin
Don't.
Bieber's Baby featuring Ludacris.
Watch
Wow.
it. Why are we watching it though, chat? What is the?
It's just terrible. I
what
think
is
they want us to watch it
The
and it's
hard on
terrible.
for watching it because you guys know that none of us watched this stuff in
Ninja's
the
in
first
it,
place.
guys. Ninja, he's in it,
Ninja's in it. Wait, he's a Twitch streamer though.
but
right?
he's got a YouTube channel.
oh,
That's like 20 million subs because of
Ooh.
just how big.
Oh,
he is on
because
Twitch.
because of how big he was on.
Yeah.
Have they got that lad in that is the most financially successful YouTuber this year? Made $16 million. He's 7 years old.
Whoa!
He does toy reviews.
Holy crap!
That was
Yeah.
my son. He just turned 7. Does toy reviews on YouTube.
That's-
A little channel called what's the name of the channel?
Well, I forgot.
It's got to be an American,
Jog
right?
my memory, would you?
Ethan Plays or something very American like that, right?
I was also, you know that
Ethan's
song.
Toys.
I hesitate to sing it because it'll get stuck in your head. The one about the baby shark. Everyone
Right,
knows.
yeah.
this
Well,
one.
Hat Films did a version, didn't they, on their music stream this year?
What?
Of Baby Shark.
A baby shark.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think so.
nice.
I think they did one.
Nice.
So there is a what's this? Baby Shark dance compilations. The Baby Shark Challenge. Happy New Year! It's live now.
What about that song? Have you ever heard that one?
It's a live streaming Baby Shark.
Oh, Baby Shark
24/7.
right now.
Go.
It's just.
Open it up.
This is what we are. This is what the internet is now. It's just live streaming Baby Shark 24/7. Would you, if you were a furry,
This is a reach
Could
for
you
my
be-
imagination, but
be
go
a
on.
shark?
I don't think so because what are they called again, Lewis?
If you were, what?
Furries.
I see.
How much fur does a shark
But there's
have?
scalies, though. Remember?
Oh, scalies. Is that a thing?
Heard of them?
I don't think
Has
that-
anybody-
I don't
That
think
is a
that's
thing. They're a real thing. Scalies. Look it up. They're like furries, but they dress up as
I
like.
don't
I
lizards
think
and
some
stuff.
sharks do have fur.
Yeah,
by the way.
reptiles.
Oh
and
my-
I think there
amphibians.
is a shark.
God,
It's
it's
real.
real.
It is real.
Shark hair.
And there's other ones too. There's like
Sharks.
featheries, I think, are people who dress up as like birds or whatever.
So is there a fishy?
Fishy.
Shark.
Nope. When I Google it, it just says fishy
Maybe not
vagina
feathery.
smell.
Maybe
that was the
maybe
autocomplete.
feathery
Fishy
hair.
vagina smell.
That was the first.
Sharks with
Was
hair.
that just automatic filling in?
There
That
we
auto-filled
go.
it. Yeah.
That's because Xylus.
Xylus was here. Yeah. Oh,
It's like,
okay.
is this
All right.
normal?
Listen, Steve, do me a big favor, okay? On the screen right now, we
The
need
stuff
to
that would
see
normally get cut.
we need to see a browser window with a Google image search, okay? And the term that you're searching for is sharks with hair, okay?
Right, I see. Wow.
Now there are some sharks here with not only hair but funny
Other things.
funny human teeth as well.
What
This
is this?
guy has a badger on his head.
So this is terrifying.
This
here,
is
really.
like out of Red Dead Redemption 2 here. Look,
Oh, I
dude,
see.
you
That's
can
what
make
your
those
character
hands.
looks like.
You got Trump's hair here. You got this dolphin with Trump's hair, I think. This guy's got a shark shaved into the back of his head. That's kind of cool.
Do you know what Trump's head does look a bit like a sort of sea creature? It looks like a animal, doesn't it?
A little.
Bizarre.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it sort of drops off a bit and it's like nothing
doesn't
to
make
do
any
with sharks
sense
with
anymore.
hair at all anymore. But the top results are pretty damn good. Like this one here.
But
Nice.
I feel like if people were born as an animal, okay, and they really believe strongly that they were an animal, okay, surely it could just apply to anything at that point.
If I told you that I was a bowling ball
Yeah.
and I'd been born that way, and as soon as I could talk, and they'd say, "Who's a pretty baby?" and you go, "Bowling ball."
What?
Do you think the parents would go, "Well, our son's a bowling ball," or do you think they would say, "We should seek help"?
I mean,
for
are you
this
talking
child"?
about you right now? Because you
Not because
are,
I specifically resemble
right.
one.
You do though.
I do a little bit. I mean, please don't drill 3 holes in my head.
Yeah,
but
if you were
if
just,
someone says
like a
I'm a bowling
peach-coloured-
ball, or I don't know, I'm an iPod or
Bowling
whatever.
pin.
Yeah, anything, a bowling pin or any other bowling-related apparatus, I'd say you diagnose him with some kind of condition. You wouldn't say, "Well, we've got to respect his choice. Our son is a bowling ball." You'd say, "No, we've got to do something about this. Take him bowling. He'll see he's not."
That's what he wants. That's what he wants.
all
He
he
wants to be launched
Just
down
wants
the
to go
alley
bowling.
by his parents.
Maybe he's really good.
Oh, oh.
You got to strike, son.
Hey! Now that was only a spare, son. You're gonna have to go down again.
Why are we looking up feathery?
Because I think featheries are, I don't know, there was another thing, isn't there? If you're interested in being a bird or whatever.
Fuck.
like
Even
a parrot.
saying the word "Baby Shark" song means it's stuck in my head. God
Baby shark.
damn it.
There's another one that my kids listen to all the time. I think they changed Baby Shark. They changed the lyrics to sometimes too, right? It's like one of those songs
There's
where it-
multiple versions. There we
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
Look, bowling ball head.
Yeah.
Look at that, Lewis. Can you
there's
see any
this-
difference?
There's this one that my kids listen to,
It's
and
the
it's so annoying. It goes like I think the one they listen to is Snowflake. It might be Snowflake. I can never quite hear it, but it goes Snowflake, Snowflake, nah, nah, Snowflake, and it just goes on like that forever. It never stops. Like they have the 10-hour edition of this, and it goes on and on and
Yeah,
on and on.
yeah.
It drives me crazy.
There is a live channel right now playing that non-stop, and you can just tune her right the fuck in. It's like
Oh,
how,
and yes, Papa as well. Fuck, that's a really
it's
terrible
like
one
how
as well.
people just want to fill like niches. Okay, so for example, a new live stream platform will go, and someone will just throw up on there an automatic like thing. They've got like it's like Bitcoin mining, right? So imagine like instead of Bitcoin mining, you had like a rack of like 200 computers, and you were like, okay, this one's just going to stream Baby Shark on Twitch all fucking day, and you know that's going to have like 400 people watching it all day.
What's the snowflake?
And then
one,
it's like
chat?
money.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
know
like
the
money.
name
It's
of
like
it?
Bitcoin
You're right.
mining.
You're just
Shitcoin.
hoovering up these
Shitcoin.
people.
The
Shitcoin.
Muffin song.
That's what it is.
I don't think it's the Muffin song.
The muffin song.
No, I don't think it is.
Jesus, do you see? It's people are filling those gaps though, right? Because
Baby
some people
Snowflake.
do want to watch that. People want to watch.
It's called Little Snowflake.
Little Snowflake.
Put it on right now, Lewis. Little Snowflake.
Little snowflake. Little
You guys have to hear this.
snowflake.
It's
Do we
so
really want
fucking
Do
annoying.
we really want to play this right now?
Yeah,
I
go
just
on.
hear it. I want to see what's up.
Is it this?
Yeah,
one?
probably.
Super
yeah.
simple songs, Little Snowflake. It might be copywritten.
It's all right. Just cut it. Lewis
got
loves cutting
250
stuff out of this podcast.
million
anyway. Just
views.
Cut it out after. It's fine.
250 million views, guys.
Mate,
For-
Baby Shark's got 2 billion.
Has it?
Okay, chat. You ready?
This is going to be the new one.
Are you
All right.
ready?
All right, let's go.
Okay, turn it off. I can't handle it.
All right.
It's too much.
Is it triggering you?
Yeah, it really is actually. Yeah. Have you heard that one before, Flack?
No, dude. No more.
It hurts.
I'm so sorry.
It hurts a lot.
What?
Listen, it hurts parents more because we have to listen to this shit for years.
Little snowflake. It just goes. It fucking never stops.
Oh my god.
You managed to last literally less than 2 seconds.
Yeah,
now.
that's
Oh,
enough.
You
It
just
triggers
fucking.
me so hard.
Is this a problem with like? Do you think this is why some parents just go mad? And
I
like,
think this is why some parents say, "Here's the fucking iPad. I'm going to put the 10-hour Baby Shark mix on. Please just shut up." And
Right.
sometimes you just need peace.
right.
And it's a terrible thing to do, but
Does
I'm
it,
sure
like-
it's better than locking
because
them in the
you-
upstairs
you-
cupboard or
it's
whatever.
back.
parents
You
do.
can see this like I've seen these things before where it's like like being the president. Okay,
It's back. I
it's
can
like
hear it.
It's not like being the
Can you
president.
hear this?
It's not happening. I can't hear it. Can you hear it in your
Yes.
ears? It's Steve piping it through to you as a fucking as a patrol. Steve,
can
he's
hear
going
it.
red. Don't stop it. Look at this. This is actually causing
The rage is
serious
it's
mental
boiling
harm.
up.
Jesus Christ. So, like, the thing is, like, you see these things. Like, I saw George Bush, before president. Like,
Which one?
Like, on the day he was elected.
Yeah.
George,
He looked all young and
young,
fresh.
Senior
full
or
of energy.
W?
Yeah.
And then on the day he like left office, like 8
He
years
was
later,
grey and
he was
dead.
and the same thing with Obama. He was like young and like, and he
Yeah.
just looked like pale and like haggard, Because I think it's
And
tough
then there's
being
John
president,
Major,
right?
who
You think it's
entered
tough being
office
president?
I
grey
think
and
it
dead
is.
and left
It's a
office
breeze.
grey and
I think
dead.
it's a lot of work.
It's a breeze. You got to sit on Twitter all day, watch the telly, eat 8 hamburgers, and do fuck all.
Well,
True, yeah.
maybe you should be it.
That's
like,
what I know about it.
But like, I'm just saying, like I don't know whether it's the same with Trump because I think he doesn't do fuck all. But from what I've read on Reddit, Trump has taken less hours and played more golf than any other president.
Than
But-
any other man in history.
But maybe he needs it. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's too much to do. Maybe. Like,
I mean, can you
he needs
imagine
a
if at
break.
the end of the presidency, he will look exactly the same?
I'd love it.
Exactly the same.
Well,
Yeah.
Donald Trump already looks like different to when he first started, though, right?
No, I think he looks the same.
I think it's
He's more
like
orange now. He was always a little bit orange.
just
but
imagine getting elected and being like,
he's
okay, Mr.
even
President.
more orange.
So here's all the alien stuff.
Here's all the stuff we now have to tell you.
Yeah.
And here, by the way, is the button to start a nuclear war and end the world. And there's going to be people trying to kill you 24/7. Like, we have to treat every single time you leave the White House as like a military operation. We have to have a RPG-proof car, motorcades. We'll have Secret Service men with Uzis tucked down their pants constantly.
Wait, I don't think the
Constantly.
Secret Service use Uzis. I
Well,
think
whatever
they're
they
like-
use. I don't know what they use. P90s or whatever.
Who even uses an Uzi apart from like gang
a
members?
gangster in the
Yeah.
90s.
No, but like honestly, like what is the Uzi used for?
I don't think they're-
outside of like
Who Uzi the
millimeter.
Uzi? Who Uzi the Uzi?
No, but like what
A
was it?
floozy. Uzi the Uzi.
Did the
Tom Cruise. Uzi the
Tom
Uzi.
Cruise. Wait, but did anyone ever use an Uzi?
Yeah,
like,
they
in
were
the
really
military
popular.
or whatever.
Yeah. The Israeli Defense Force used Uzis. They were good for urban fighting, as I understand it. The Secret Service used to use a lot of people that needed them. That
The
when you could
Secret
fold it out.
Service used Uzis.
Get on target. Get on target. Yeah. When Ronald Reagan was shot, you can see a lad in the background with an Uzi straight away.
You
Comes out
have
of
to be
nowhere.
so close to get the spray with those things, though. Like, you can't be at distance and hit anything.
Have you shot
with
an
the
Uzi?
Yeah, in TTT many times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he should have had an AWP. Who noob?
Fucking noobs.
learn to no scope.
Yeah. Fucking 360.
Dude
yeah,
closing
no,
on the president,
no
360,
scope as well.
the 180 Noe. Bang! Oh, good shot.
Yeah, just
damn.
give one to Trump. Just why not? Like,
There is no Uzi in TTT.
It's
AWP
a-
is traitor only.
it's
Good
an
point.
Uzi.
These are all good points,
these
nerds.
not true, not true. So no, like, man, this is what happens in the Triforce podcast. It just sort of goes a bit off tangent.
This is stuff.
Well,
this is
this
the
is
point in the
this is
podcast
the
where
part
Lewis
that
would
gets
say,
cut
"We'll
out."
cut all this."
Yeah.
No, this is the
where
part
we all
where I
have
say,
nothing left
like,
to say. And then-
Okay, let's find a new conversation topic, and then we'll launch into that as if it were just natural.
Do you know what I was actually listening because Mrs. F listens to the podcast as I've said before. Right?
Yeah.
She's catching up. So she was listening to one the other day.
Now
and
you
I-
have to say that thing as you said before, because if you don't say that, you don't acknowledge that you've said it before, and and then everyone's like, "You've said this before," and then it makes
Exactly.
you
We're
sound
all
like you have
we're so
Alzheimer's.
well
Exactly.
trained on this podcast.
We know.
Lewis has yelled at us so many times for things like that. So
But
beating
I
on
noticed the conversation
do.
was a little tighter in the cut than it had been. I remember thinking, shit, I'm sure I spent like 3 minutes Googling something and we were just chatting. Lewis always was like, cut that.
Well, actually, we only recorded the last of it for 50 minutes, and I said to Tom, "Dude, you need to cut this down because it was full of crap." And it ended up being like 48 minutes or something. And I was like,
That's 'cause
Jesus
Tom
Christ,
knows
only
gold.
Like 2 minutes. went.
Another thing that Lewis doesn't like us doing is saying the date as well. We're never allowed to say the date.
You're allowed to say the date. I don't have a problem with that.
He does.
He does have
Yeah,
a
he
problem
does.
with the date.
What?
Every time we say the date, you got to cut the date out. What if we want to put this up like a month later or something? And people think we recorded it a month earlier.
We never do that because we talk about stuff in the news and local news topics, like what's going on.
But you
Yeah,
always
but
say, of
some
course, by the
things-
time you hear this, obviously this will be happening a week away.
This
so
will be
7
completely
days
different
are
now. Everyone will be
offset,
bored
right?
about the Sentinelese or whatever. What happened to that? See, that didn't get carried on. You know, no one's heard from them lately, have they? They haven't been kicking up in the news.
Yeah.
Any fuss?
Well, fucking
Do you
50
know what-
minutes of fame there.
Do you know what I heard this
nice.
morning? I heard that a British tourist was killed, murdered
Yes.
in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't
Yeah.
found the
And-
body though, right?
The Prime Minister of New Zealand apologised.
Yeah.
Good for him. Her.
Her.
She said,
Good for her.
you should be able to come here and be safe. We're sorry.
Sorry.
That's nice. But that also,
Yeah, that's
honestly,
nice, yeah.
the fact that the Prime Minister can take the time to comment on a murder in the country and apologise like internationally.
That's great, isn't it?
That goes to show what a chill place New Zealand must be. It's a tragedy. It's a tragic story.
Well, they obviously want tourism and they rely on tourism. So,
Everybody relies.
well, no,
everybody
but
wants
New Zealand
tourism.
more so than anything else, though, because they worked very, very hard to ensure that the Hobbit movies were
You
made
know
in
who
New
doesn't
Zealand.
rely on tourism though?
And they
Who?
gave them massive
North
tax
Korea.
breaks.
That's true.
They get like 5 a year.
That's true.
So
That's a good
Well,
point.
it's,
Thought
thank
I'd
God
mention-
you're here to
Yeah.
throw a helpful bit of advice.
did I just
there.
chime in there?
Oh, by the way, guys, North Korea's a shithole.
Yeah.
No one goes there.
Thought I
Do you know
mentioned-
what
Good
they
point.
don't? North Korea, they don't need tourism. They're doing just fine without it,
Yeah,
aren't they?
Yeah, well, they got other stuff. They got bigger
got
fish
loads
to
of
fry.
things
They don't
going
need
on.
tourism.
Yeah.
Wait, is that how they get by? They have a giant fish that they fry?
That's it. Yeah.
Wow.
They
Yeah.
got other fish to fry.
Everybody gets a bite.
What kind of fish are they frying over in North Korea?
Oh, you know, they
Worth visiting
the
to find out.
Swampy O'Mahony crawdads.
Crawdads.
They have shrimps out there and Pickering pickerels and
Pickering pickerels.
my fish knowledge is
he
at an
sounds
end.
like an MP for like the local constituency. Vote for Pickering pickerels. We all have change, positive change. Brexit.
His
That
name would
shit.
he would have to be a UKIP minister with a
Big
name
quad.
like Pickering Pickerels.
Yeah.
UKIP.
He'd be like fucking Sir.
A big
So
Sir
Pickering
Lord.
Pickerels of the Somerset
A
Pickerels.
little Pissington on the wold. Yes. Very fucking fun.
Ronnie Pickering. Who's Ronnie Pickering?
Oh, you remember
Ronnie
Ronnie
Pickering?
Pickering?
Ronnie
You remember
Pickering.
him?
Roddy fucking Pickering.
He was Ronnie fucking Pickering. He was the guy who fucking
Shouting
used
at
to
a
be a
cyclist,
boxer
right?
and
Shouting
like
at a
just
cyclist.
shouted at someone out of his car or whatever. Do you
Right.
remember?
Ronnie Pickering.
Yeah, do you
The
remember
name
him?
rings a bell, but I
Do you
don't-
know who I am? I'm Ronnie
I'm
fucking
Roddy
Pickering.
Pickering. Who? Roddy fucking Pickering. I've never heard of you. Should I have heard of you? He was like had an argument with a cyclist. 'Cause
No one's
some
heard
people
of
hate
Oh, I think I
cyclists.
saw that. That was like kind of recent. They showed that footage.
Yeah, like
wasn't it?
two,
like 2 or 3 years
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most watched video on YouTube.
Is it?
Ron-
Third
18
most disliked.
trillion views.
Behind
Fuck's sake.
it's just slightly less disliked
not,
than the
right?
YouTube rewind.
Wait, what is legitimately the highest viewed video on YouTube? Is it still
Gangnam?
Gangnam style?
Maybe
I would guess.
old side.
YouTube.
That's
video.
really interesting. I watched a thing about like Korea and how
yeah.
they've like geared up to like create viral stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Like they've built their culture as sort of an export thing. So whereas New Zealanders are like, okay, let's get people in to visit our lovely Hobbit land.
It's Baby by Justin Bieber.
Korea are like, let's manufacture crazy music and
Little
crazy
Snowflake
TV
diss
shows.
track.
Snowflake is most little Snowflake.
Yeah, it's Despacito. Might be.
Despacito. What is that?
Get out.
Despacito.
This is how we do it in Puerto Rico. That one?
Yeah.
Motherfuck.
You two, do you see
Why
the cover?
is that the most viewed?
5.7 billion views.
In a world where trollolololol exists, how is that the highest viewed? It's crazy.
It's multi-language.
It's all music. It's all
Well, if
music.
you've heard about this T-Series stuff, right?
T-Series.
You heard about T-Series?
T-Series, no. I've
So
never
it's
heard
going to
about
overtake
T-Series.
PewDiePie as the biggest channel
On YouTube.
Most
T-Series.
T-Series.
Is it about
T.
tea?
No, nothing to do with tea.
Today we talk about English breakfast tea with a slight flaking of feces from my butt.
We got a special guest. Will Smith is here. We paid him $100,000. He'll do anything for money. So he's coming in and he's just going to fucking be here for 5 seconds and then he's going to leave just to try and get some. Because the only way YouTube is going to promote our video is if we have a legitimized pro celebrity.
He
there.
must cost a fortune, eh? Like, we could get him on here and it would be like, all right,
What do you
we're,
reckon it costs
we're really
more,
happy to announce our next guest, Will Smith! Everybody goes crazy then. Hey, guys. All right. Well, anyway, so on to the next segment without Will Smith in it because he was cost
too
like
expensive.
we get like each word probably costs like $1 million or whatever. So,
Yeah,
of course, I'm only worth $2 million.
Ninja
so,
charges like a huge amount. I think something like.
But so when Drake went onto his live stream, did Drake have to pay to go on there?
I don't think so. No, I think it was
Because
the
it
other
was
way
like
around.
because it was like the
I think he
promo
had
and
to-
stuff.
You know, maybe he did. Yeah.
Yeah,
he
maybe
did.
Ninja's like, Drake, what the fuck? Like,
50 grand an hour.
give me some money to come on my live stream, for Christ's sake.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
So T-Series is music from India. Like
So it's like an Indian channel,
Yeah.
and basically, I think the way it works, I don't know, citation needed, is that when you sign up to a new account in India, it pops up, would you like to subscribe to these channels automatically? And if you press OK, it puts you in. And I think at one point on YouTube, they had that in Europe as well. Like when you made a new YouTube account, it
Right.
gave you like this list of recommended channels. It might still do it, and you can auto sign up to these ones. And
Right.
T-Series, I think, is an auto sign up in India.
That's a big boon for them.
And as a result, it's rapidly approaching to be bigger than PewDiePie. And so
Gosh.
But what kind of stuff is on their channel?
it's just
In
music,
music from
It's
India,
like
literally
Bollywood,
music. So
Bollywood
yeah.
music. Right?
One of my favorite things about the music, that a lot of the pop music in India is they've got like a modern beat and dancing and sort of dress and accoutrement, but the dancing is still very traditional, and the song you can still instantly identify it as being from India. Like
Yeah.
it makes me laugh. I think it's kind
It's
of
very iconic.
I find what maybe this is just me being like a bit ignorant. Well, it is going to be me being really ignorant.
So
Here it
pretty,
comes.
pretty par for the course.
I
on the
I
Triforce
find a
podcast.
lot of Indian music very whiny, personally.
Right.
Lots of whining.
Right.
It's like and stuff like that.
but they have
I
a
don't go for
different
that.
tonal system.
I
Don't
don't
they?
go
Like
for
their notes are different, I believe.
I just
but
don't go for
their
that.
musical structure is different.
Do you think so? Like the men, even the men singing is a bit whiny, like
Yeah, a little bit.
I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. I get it, but it's like an instrument. Like they do have like the sitar and stuff. They sort of that's part of it.
I'm not racist. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like a little bit. I guess, like Flack said, they have a different tonal system or whatever. But like,
It's definitely like
Not for me.
instrumental. It's a style, right? It's like a style.
you know,
It's like-
give me like Nickelback any day. I like that raspy, like, that kind of.
You want a kind of
like I want
rough-
a singer that's not like and stuff
Do
like
you
that.
think you are stuck back in the day of music that you love? Because you see it with older people that they always listen to music from when they were 20. Do you know,
I just
are you
want to
stuck?
say for the record, don't give me Nickelback. But
Nickelback is
know what I mean.
possibly the worst. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they're-
like
My favorite
I think I'd rather
Nickelback
listen
video.
to Bollywood than
My favorite Nickelback moment and video is the one where he's on stage, and I think they were in Portugal or Brazil, and the crowd is really losing their mind, and he's going, He says that thing that these guys say. We want to play a rock and roll show for all of you guys. So if you could stop throwing stuff, who wants to hear a rock and roll show? And this ball
Everybody
just
starts
comes
throwing.
spinning out of the crowd and bonks him right in the head. And he just goes, good night, and leaves. I was like, that was a great shot. You know, the guy was like, fuck you, Nickelback.
Oh
Boom.
my God! Everybody in the
Peace.
crowd must have just been celebrating
Oh,
that
it's
guy's
so
aim.
great. It was the
Fuck
best
me.
shot.
That's just like Twitch chat, though. Do you know what I mean? I feel like even if Twitch chat wanted to see Nickelback,
Yeah.
they would still
Yeah,
fucking
that was
throw
Twitch
bottles,
chat
right?
in a concert crowd.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But he said, anyway, we want to play a rock and roll show. And I'm like, instantly bottle this lad. Like, no one says that.
Yeah.
No one that actually plays
We want to
rock
play
and
a
or roll.
really intense rock and roll show. So could everybody please find your seats and sit down nicely and be quiet, please, so that I can concentrate on my rock and roll?
think-
Stop
These-
jumping up and down.
But these singers confuse like that people like their music with them liking them. Like that people don't like the individual personalities of rock and roll
You don't
band members. Well, it doesn't hurt, but it's different. You know, if you like someone's music, it doesn't mean you like them.
I don't know. I think people really like people
like
that they like.
them
I
and
mean,
their music.
Look at a lot of pop stars. People love the pop star as much as they love the music.
I think it's different. It's not. It doesn't necessarily. It's not necessarily attached.
People dress like them.
You know what?
Act like
you know,
them.
Britney Spears just had her birthday. She's a year younger than me. I think I look better. I'm just gonna say it.
I'd say your hair's better.
I think I look better.
Yeah, I think you've aged better.
I think I've aged better than Britney Spears.
Put it out.
You
there.
didn't see me hit me baby one more time back in the day, but
I think
who's
you've done a lot
laughing
less
now?
drugs.
Ooh, that's true. Yeah,
Maybe.
I've had a less dramatic life for sure, probably,
Yeah.
but still.
Well, I think.
I never
what do you-
thought I'd hear you comparing your life to
What do you
Britney
think,
Spears.
Chat?
But
Look, yeah, see, Chat agrees.
So I mean, when you'll get to like David Attenborough's age,
Yeah.
okay, you're going to be like 90.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you'll be able to like bash out an entire 12-hour stream in like an hour with a pint of milk? Because I mean, it's like,
Easy.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like rather than doing like taking ages, because you're an amateur now, right? But after
Yeah.
60 years of doing this more,
Man, he probably
Maybe
just
40
he
years.
probably does nature documentaries in his sleep now. Like he probably doesn't even need to think about it. He probably just like turns up and like somebody says like, "Okay, David, do it." And then he just does a 20-minute monologue without even thinking of it. He's like,
the poor creatures
"Anybody have any more milk?"
trapped in this. Give me a pint of milk, and I'll tell you a little tale.
let's do a documentary on cows, shall we? They make lovely, lovely milk. And he's just there squirting it into his mouth like Luke.
Now, this cow is actually a man in a suit.
Delicious.
If you push aside the nappy underneath, you could get at his udder.
I love milk so much
God.
that I'm sucking on his penis.
Give it a little tug, and it will inflate in size, making it the perfect shape for your mouth, almost as if it were designed for it.
God.
Oh fuck, poor David.
Now, this kind of milk is very rare and exclusive, and really does
Exclusive.
get your
Jesus.
throat really lubed up, so you can do voiceovers all day long.
I don't think you want to have exclusive man milk. You want yours to be widely
Yeah.
widely available, surely.
Pasteurized. I want mine pasteurized every time.
That's right.
That's a facial then.
Yeah.
Right.
Pasteurized, get it?
Pla-
All right.
Oh, pasteurized. Wow, that was the one you needed to explain.
Dad joke.
See, this is normally where we would end the podcast.
I think
Lu-
it's time.
On that bombshell.
I think
Lewis's
it's
recovery
time.
from a joke like that would be, all right, well, I think it's time to wrap up the podcast.
I think that is time to wrap up the podcast.
What are we going to do?
Thank you, everyone. That was Triforce Podcast Christmas special live here on Twitch TV, and hopefully also live.
By the way, this is the first
On that
time we've
thingy.
done one of these with all three of us in the room.
It
right?
really.
Yeah, because every other time we've had an unexpected guest, right? We had Duncan one time.
We've had to. Do you know what? We've had to beat them off with a stick.
We literally.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We had some very interesting emails from some people who were trying to bully their way onto this. We had to keep
Terps.
it tight. So
You
I
know
hope
who
you
you
guys
are.
appreciate it.
Kept it real for you at home.
Terps, you do know who you are, right?
Yeah, he knows
Right.
who he is.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. We'll be seeing you in 5 minutes after we've had a cup of coffee. Go and put the kettle on. Be right back.